Hello, yeah. So it's 3v3 time. I tried doing a 3v3 recently, and it wasn't particularly worthy. This one, we certainly felt was worthy while we were playing it. So we have Honey Monster, who you may know from a few videos. My oldest Starcraft chum. Probably played together Brood War, 15 years ago, more than 15 years ago. And TNR, who is in one or two 2v2s, and myself. I am Terran today. This 3v3 map, this starting distance here, so small. So basically, if you're Protoss, you send over your mothership core, go into Tempest if you can. Honey Monster's going early Banshees. And I do say to him, yeah, you want to kind of go early eBay as well, because it is entirely likely there'll be some kind of shenanigans. I go early eBay as well, and I will get the turrets pretty soon. For my part, I'm going for a Widow Mine drop. And there we have a turret. And I go really fast through this early bit because there's going to be a lot of action. It's going to be quite a long video. So, here we go. Time for one kill, and not time to get that second kill because he really does need to get out of there. Because this Phoenix means business. And we also have an Oracle. Yeah, I do kind of think, oh, do I need to help? But yeah, the one Stalker, and then he has a Phoenix of his own. Okay, so Widow Mine drop is on its way out. And it goes unnoticed. 6 kills and 5 kills. And a further 3 kills. Yeah, not a bad day's work. Revelation cleans them up straight away. But the one volley was enough, and the Marines stay alive long enough to create a little bit more trouble, if only a little. They're going to get cleaned up, and in the meantime, we should have a Banshee. Here he is. He's waiting for his cloak. Perhaps shouldn't have waited for his cloak. Could have got in just a few kills while that was being cleaned up. Meanwhile, expansion's happening, and the Oracle being sent out once again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so Banshee and a couple of Vikings. He doesn't have the Oracle for vision right now, so he gets a few cheeky kills. Phoenix going in. Could do with not shooting at the tower, but yep, another 6 worker kills. But then the surprising thing is, if we go to units, they all still have more workers than us. I went for a double expand because I could, and as ever I go for early upgrades. Again, snatching more workers. This is kind of what we do. Don't know if it's the best use of the Vikings, but we'll see. And then we have, this is the Master, by the way. The Master comes in with the Blink Stalkers, but just happens to have the mine at the same time that my Marines come in, which really reduces his numbers, and the Phoenix coming in to help. And so, of course, while he lifts them, I can just clean them up. We could, of course, kill this pylon, but we don't. So this game, because of the number of Phoenix, I I initially go, well, I'm not going to get medevacs, and so I go very, very gas light to begin with. And then there's this wall, funny old wall. It's like them saying they're going to take that side of the map. But so this proxy point is still there. My 2-2 is on the way. Honey Monster going into bio and going into a special kind of bio. So at the moment we've seen Phoenix, we've seen some Void Rays, we've seen some Stalkers. He asks for a couple of turrets. I put down a couple of turrets. Because pretty soon I'm going to be macroing up in the old expectable fashion. The number of workers killed on these guys is quite a few by the end of this game. So, Honey Monster and his Vikings moving out. Stim just about done. Hopefully combat shield. Hopefully it wouldn't be the first game that Honey Monster doesn't get combat shields for the whole game, but I'm sure he will. I'm not sure, but I hope he will. Supply block, I'm always getting myself supply blocked. Bane of my existence. But yeah, I'm moving out. There's a drop. And to be fair, drops are reasonably useless in the face of this were the Phoenix to be on their own, yeah, I could take that on, but I'm trying to now focus down some Phoenix. And yes, so I do get a fair few. I get more than I thought I did. It resets the Phoenix count quite well. This chap, he does a lot of feeding and a little army. And his army value is very low. Red's managed to be reset a bit. So I could do a little bit better macroing there. I'm sure pretty soon I do sort that out. Yeah, there we go. And I'm sure I will cut it down again. Not like me to have my main mind out. But yeah, putting the gas on now, just because I'm thinking if I have enough Marines, it's kind of TNR is saying, look, I will handle the anti-air, you just worry about the anti-ground, so start going Marauder heavy. Honey Monster after this goes extreme Marauder, because we're going to have some encounters with the Blink Stalkers. So I'm just kind of going some super speed here until we get an engagement. So I'm on the far right here with TNR. I've got to take down these cannons. 3-3 is still a bit off, but my reinforcements coming in. So while they're preparing to take us on over here, Honey Monster's moving in on the other side. Obviously he is saving a lot of his guys with that blink, but the zealots helping out no end. It's just absorbing so many of the hits, so I can actually get the kills in. Indeed I do. I kill half of his stalkers, and when we go to losses, you see that the purple's losses basically do rack up. Now, Honey Monster has cleaned up two of the 3 bases, which puts everyone apart from purple only on 2, and where we are is 1, 2. Honey Monster kind of taking his 3rd and 4th, TNR on his 3rd, and me on my 4th. So now purple goes to the left, and Honey Monster is getting very much Marauder heavy, which is very good against Stalkers. They don't live very long for him to be able to blink them back. The only problem, of course, is there's not exactly any healing. So I of course go for a double drop here. They clean up the first one without a problem, but the second one cleans up the mineral line. Honey Monster's in on the stalkers. It's not that we have to kill everything, and we just keep resetting the stalker count, resetting the phoenix count. We have, that's quite an army value for purple. I have quite an army value as well. I'm just again looking to basically reset the stalker count. He's got a guardian shield in there. I have 3-3. I'm running in. I kind of should have gone to the left a bit more than forwards, but he thankfully takes away the concave from me. He blinks in now, but you see 3,000 minerals worth of stalkers died in that encounter. And whereas I did lose my production there, it's 11 marines at a time. I'm not sure why I'd have no marauders being produced, but my production's going from strength to strength. So if we just have a look at number 3, it's 8 barracks at the moment. Oh, and yes, of course I have a big bank. But I go to Everyman's Fishing again. We're actually approaching the point now where TNR thinks we've lost. Purple's warping in 7 at a time, trying to get his fourth going, but Honey Monster, he's got slightly inferior upgrades, but he's serving to reset the stalker count again, just so it doesn't get too big. He's spending like a king, I tell you that. But now, all the phoenixes inactive, they get picked off. Splash damage from the Archon's good, but as ever with the Protoss unit, take away the shields, there still remains the health. So I'm making a push on the right just to let them know we're still here. But if we go to army values, they are, well, they're just ahead. Yellow, as ever, he doesn't have much of an army. Like I say, he was feeding. But he's unable to secure a third, and so his income down to the 3 patches. Lots of workers, no income. So here, again, I'm not looking to kill the army, I'm just looking to kind of reset it a bit. So I started basically to the right a little, to try and focus down them. He's getting his +3, but I'm now basically triple expanding again. To take my 5th, 6th and 7th. But of course the main is no longer mining, and these won't remain here for very long. I'm reasonably good in team games about getting my workers working. I mean, I just watched, and last night I played a really good 1v1, and I did notice I had a few too many idle workers. But kind of slightly different pressures on a 1v1. Honey Monster wanted to go to the safety of his planetary. Of course, I don't really build planetaries. I mean, the planetary would last 3 seconds longer than the orbital when that got attacked. Perhaps. I have seen some really good planetary holds by Honey Monster, particularly in 2v2. But generally one assumes that people aren't so silly as to attack a planetary unless they have the DPS to take it down. But army value is probably now looking a lot more healthy. Purple is now a fully operational Stalker army. But now I'm still only +2 attack marauders, but yeah, stim them up, run them in. Archon's on the Phoenix. Archon's on the no. Archon's on the Phoenix. There we go. Ah yes, so he's bunching his Phoenix together so they all shoot at the same time at the one target. We no longer have Ah yes, sorry, at the same time I'm taking out their main. So it basically was a tough game. Army values now, we just have a little bit left. We have Tempest on the orange, but to be fair, when everything else is gone, yeah, I spent a little bit too long chasing down these probes. But it's anyone's ability to spend now. He's got one Stargate left, so he can produce one new Tempest at a time. And unsurprisingly, our production is better than that. I mean, he can produce Stalkers, but so losses tab. Purple very much lost the most, and yellow obviously didn't. And myself and Honey Monster about the same. Obviously, I was doing a fair bit of feeding of TNR as well. Yeah, I mean he had the production, and of course I had the income. The 7 bases worth of mules, amongst other things. But so hopefully that was fun. We just chased them down now, and thanks for watching.